Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Custer. Here's a look at the stories we are following tonight. A small community in shock after a body was discovered in a field off South Vassar Road in Atlas Township. The Genesee County Sheriff's Office identifying the man as 34-year-old Jesse James Byers. It's believed he died sometime between 10 Saturday night and early Sunday morning. If you have any information about this case, call Crime Stoppers or the Genesee County Sheriff's Office. Alma police are looking for a man they say tried to lure a young girl into a park bathroom. Police responding to Riverside Park Saturday evening but could not find the man. He's described as under 6 feet tall, between 25 and 35 years old, wearing a dirty, high visibility shirt, riding a white mountain bike, and carrying a blue fishing pole. A pair of water main breaks in the city of Flint highlighting what appears to be a much bigger issue. The collapses on Court Street at Vernon and Maxine roads happened within 24 hours beginning Sunday morning. DPW states this is the 10th water main break since construction on Court Street wrapped up a year ago. Most of the breaks have occurred in the College Cultural Center. Drivers are being rerouted along Robert T. Longway or Lapeer Road. Wolf Pups spotted at Isle Royale National Park in the Upper Peninsula are providing a hopeful sign for efforts to rebuild a gray wolf population that had nearly died out. Wolves from Minnesota, the UP, and Canada were brought to the Lake Superior Island several years ago. Remote cameras recently detected a number of pups, and the park's overgrown moose population appears to be dropping. And now here's Brian with a look at your forecast.
Thanks very much, David. And you think back to last week, remember all that very warm, very muggy weather that we had for most of the week, periodic showers and thunderstorms, and a basically stalled frontal boundary over the state? Yeah, that's all about to happen again as we head into this week. Yet another frontal system draped just to the south of us, this time a warm front, preparing to slowly cross into the state and then stall out over the next couple of days. It's going to take the increasing clouds that we've seen over the course of our Monday and add increasing amounts of shower and thunderstorm activity to the mix. Not looking like we're expecting many issues with severe weather like we saw last week, but still some very heavy downpours at times and just periodic enough rain to maybe produce some low-lying and poor drainage area flooding and warrant keeping the umbrella close by over the next few days. So here's your hour-by-hour forecast. For this evening, though, any wet weather we see is really going to be kept to a minimum. We're talking a few sprinkles here and there at the absolute worst, but the clouds definitely winning out in the skies. Heading toward the midnight hour, we'll start to see some hints of some slightly more substantial shower activity coming on in. These are going to be light showers at first, but more of them in a more organized fashion. Then heading between about 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., that's when the heavier showers with maybe a few embedded rumbles of thunder will start rolling in. And you see here, waking up tomorrow morning, predominantly, along and north of US 10. Some of us will be starting the day with some hit or miss heavy downpours and certainly some slick roads here and there. And it's only going to see that activity we're only going to be seeing that activity get more widespread as the day goes on. Mix of some clouds and sun here and there, but an otherwise mostly cloudy sky. Hit or miss showers and thunderstorms continuing across the area from midday on into 3 o'clock and even on into the 6 o'clock hour tomorrow evening. So realistically, at any time, whether you're traveling or whatever you may be doing, 1, keep the umbrella close by if you will be heading out, and then 2, just be prepared for some slick travel on and off throughout the day and the likelihood that you will encounter some heavier downpours and maybe even some gusty winds in some of these thunderstorms. Rainfall amounts also over the next 24 hours alone behaving like how they did with a lot of the storms last week. There will be some of us who pick up very little in the way of rain, maybe a 1/4 of an inch to a 3/4 of an inch range, I think being the general amount that a lot of us pick up. But where we get some of those heavier, more intense storms or just more of them tracking over the same areas, not out of the question to go over an inch, maybe even in an extreme case around the 2-inch mark. I think some of these 3s that you're seeing here, while certainly not impossible, I think that's a much lower chance of us getting that high. But, again, just reiterating the fact that just like last week with the heat and humidity returning, just a lot of water in the atmosphere that will likely get squeezed out. 66, your overnight low for tonight, mostly cloudy with thunderstorms becoming more numerous after midnight. 79 the high for tomorrow, showers and storms throughout the day. And if you haven't already done so, I think it's time to turn the air back on, if for no other reason than just we're not going to have any wind to try to help naturally cool off your house tomorrow. Light and variable winds combined with the muggy conditions, it's just going to be stagnant. A little better on Wednesday, despite the fact that we go up to 85 degrees, lesser chance for some storms, but they will be more widespread again on Thursday with a high of 83. However, we get all of our trials and tribulations out of the way during the work week this week, because the weekend's looking fantastic. Plenty of sun both days, highs staying in the low 80s, and as an added bonus, dropping humidity levels once again.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.